Greetings, Lucky Legends. My name is Lucky, this is Lucky Lad TV. I'm your host for this video, and welcome back to the dojo. Or if this is your first time here, welcome to the dojo. So, I've only got this and one more pre-built for now. I may have one more. I like doing the live commentary because, you know, it's generally more enjoyable for you guys, but time constraints are a thing. So, this is Obesity. Obesity is my Snorlax. Curse, Rest, Brick Break, Fire Punch. I was building this team, and I knew I wanted to build a team around Snorlax. I was not sure what type of Snorlax I wanted to build around, so I went with this one. After one Curse, it becomes neutrally defensive with 135 defense and special defense with 267 HP, which is extremely high. And its attack goes up to, we got at 84, so 252. Yeah, 252 attack, which is also extremely high. It also has Rest with a Chesto Berry. Then it has Brick Break and Fire Punch. Why Brick Break and Fire Punch? Well, because there's only one typing that resists both of those. And that's Dragon Flying. At least off the top of my head, I think that's the only one. So you're probably saying, well, then why don't you have Ice Punch? Because if we have Ice Punch, then we get walled like crazy by... now that I'm thinking about it, no, the set is what it needs to be. Because if I get burned, I become useless. I was thinking of getting rid of Rest and putting Ice Punch on here. Because Salamence can use me as setup fodder, pretty much. However, the Resto Chesto is very necessary for longevity purposes and for getting rid of stuff like burns. I have swept cleanly with Obesity before. I got up to like +3, rested off, and then just threw Brick Breaks and Fire Punches. However, to counter the fucking Salamence, we have Ore. Ore has insane physical bulk after Mega Evolving, and it just puts in the finest, and it deals a huge amount of damage with Stone Edge. If it's a mixed Salamence, we have more of an issue because Fire Blast does a lot to us. However, Stone Edge should one-shot because Salamence is, you know, relatively frail. The other thing that I was worried about was Suicune. Suicune's an issue. But Obesity can kind of, you know, handle Suicune if I get to, like, +6. Suicune really can't do much to Obesity. It just doesn't deal that much damage. We also have X-Wing. X-Wing's really there as our speed control. X-Wing has 130 base speed, Jolly Nature, so it gets up to 200. It outspeeds pretty much everything that's down here. And, you know, U-Turn, Brave Bird, Roost, and Cross Poison. The reason I have Roost is for longevity purposes, and I have Inner Focus because of two common leads here in UU, which as you heard, I don't like OU. I'm not a big fan of UU either. I like RU and I like NU. I like the bottom 50%. Just because, you know, stuff gets more creative and you don't have to plan for the same mons all the time on every team, and it really does get annoying. Which is why I like those tiers better. Anyway, Inner Focus, because Infernape is a common lead, as is... what's the other fake-out user that's really common? Because I know there's another one because it happens, because I've gone up against it and mollywopped it. There's Infernape, and Mienshao. That's not the one I was thinking of, though. Actually, it might have been. I'm not sure. It wasn't Toxicroak either, even though it does get fake out. So, I don't know. I don't know why I have I don't know what other Pokemon I was thinking of, but Inner Focus means that I don't flinch, and then I can one-shot it with a Brave Bird. Meaning all 3 of those Pokemon would get one-shotted by Brave Bird. Or I can U-turn out to break Sashes, or I can Roost to get the damage that Fake Out did. Because a Life Orb boosted Fake Out from a Mienshao does... It's still going to do a decent amount. Like, I know Crobat's fat, but, you know, Life Orb is a thing. And, yeah. Then we have our special wall that goes with Orb right here. We have our Assault Vest Blastoise, one of my favorite sets to run on Blastoise because Rapid Spin is technically an attacking move. Scald, Ice Beam, and Aura Sphere. Aura Sphere is because we have... The only other fighting coverage we have is on Obesity, and Obesity can sort of handle Blissey. Blastoise cannot, obviously. Blissey kind of walls most of the team, if not like all of the team. Siren can't handle it with Psyshock. We get stalled out. Obesity, if it gets to like +1 or +2, can probably 2-shot with Brick Break. And stall it out because of how high our HP stat is. But Blissey is a problem, and it's another example of why I don't like this tier, because you have to account for Blissey and it being a thing. So that's all that stuff. Next up we have Hail Hydra. And Hail Hydra is a substitute U-turn Dragon Pulse Dark Pulse with leftovers. Semi-bulky, semi-fast. It's sitting at 140 speed. Why 140 speed? I don't remember. Let's go find out. That would mean... I think it's to outspeed Suicune? Maybe? Probably not. That wouldn't make sense. Who was I trying to outspeed? I really don't remember. But I know for a fact there was one specific Pokemon that I wanted to make sure that I could outspeed and get a substitute up. It wasn't Mamoswine, because Mamoswine, I can't really hurt Mamoswine. I don't think it was Milotic. Huh. I really can't think of what it was. This is bothering me. Was it Kingdra? I don't think it was Kingdra. It may have been Kingdra. Well, Kingdra is... I don't remember what it is. Something... There's one Pokemon that's... Maybe it was Suicune. I don't think so. I don't remember what it was. But there was one Pokemon that I knew I wanted to outspeed, and 140 is just enough to outspeed it by 1 at whatever its max speed nature is. I honestly don't remember what it is, and I apologize for that, but it's out of my control. I build these ahead of time, and I haven't felt healthy enough to record until now when I'm actually recording these, so it's been like a few days since I actually built the teams. But anyway, that is Hydreigon. It's a really good late game sweeper. I noticed, because it can outspeed a lot of things and get a substitute up, and then proceed to dish out huge damage with its dual pulse stabs. But the other primary late game sweeper here is Siren, with the Expert Bell, Dazzling Gleam, Psyshock, Shadow Ball, and Hidden Power Grass. This is just for Mega Swampert. That's pretty much the only reason that I have it here. That and, you know, Quagsire and Gastrodon and stuff like that. And Whiscash. Gotta be careful about Whiscash. It learns Dragon Dance. But 248, 252 max speed. I wanted to make sure that I outspeed things, and with the Expert Belt, I wasn't worried about the damage as much. Plus, it has 130 base special attack. Even though it's max speed, its special attack is still higher. And, you know, Psyshock, Dazzling Gleam, Shadow Ball, and Hidden Power Grass. It's really there. It outspeeds Hydreigon, unless Hydreigon is Scarfed, obviously, and kills it with Dazzling Gleam, obviously. I wonder if it would kill an Assault Vest Hydreigon. Probably not. Actually, it might. I wonder. But I did a lot of testing with this team, and, you know, the edits are what have been made, and I'm comfortable with it. This is an OU team that I like. Again, as I said, we have a bit of an issue with Mega Salamence. if ore goes down. And because in the game that I had, ore went down early game to a crit. And then my opponent came in with a choice scarfed Salamence with Moxie, and it was just tearing through my team. It was one-shotting like everything. Because it locked itself into Outrage, and Hail Hydra couldn't come in, Siren couldn't come in, Blastoise couldn't come in because it doesn't have any physical bulk, X-Wing couldn't come in, and Obesity is too slow. It couldn't... Or, sorry, Obesity can't do anything back to it. Obesity could have tanked the hit, but it couldn't do anything back. So that was really the issue with that. But, like I said, overall I am happy with this team. I like the way that it turned out. It is a UU team, so, you know, I'm not a huge fan of it, but, you know, it is what it is. But I want to thank you guys so very much for watching and for joining me here at the dojo. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe down below. It's very much greatly appreciated. Spread the word about the channel. If you think I am good at this, the whole team building shenanigans, and the whole analysis and all that sort of stuff, spread the word. Tell other people that, hey, you can learn a lot from this guy. Or say, hey, this guy's stupid and it's funny to watch him because he makes so many mistakes. Either way, I'm sure you can get something out of watching these videos. But with that, I'm going to get about it. Best of luck to you out there. I will see you all soon. Goodbye.